Julian.
Just Julian, stick to it. All right, you got true damage, you got magic, and a solid amount of utility.
They've done that. So let's see if the execution is going to be there.
All right, let's jump into the land of Dawn. DMX trying to claw their way out of that -2 on the scoreboard and even the playing field. Smart Omega Empress, though. You can never count out the Filipinos. They're okay with taking a slow start to things. They've been coming out on top for a very long time. And even last game, they had the game in the bag for a while there, but it just went a little too far. Will time repeat itself? Will Smart Omega tie this up?
You know, even when you look at that previous game, it's like you still got to appreciate and respect the fact that Dreammax girls were able to go ahead and play around the fact that they were at a deficit. They managed to get it back, they evened things out, and then they trumped the Smart Omega Empress team here with a macro play. You know, they exposed the base, they went in and got it, and so maybe there's going to be a lesson learned there already for this, for Smart Omega Empress. But for Dreammax girls, you know, this lineup that they have here, very interesting. Even with the Angela pick, already in the mid lane, you can see the damage potential that they can do early on. I would say, you know, I want to see, especially with Carrier here in the Angela, we've seen her run the focusing mark so much. I mean, just Angela players in general. And this time again, she goes in pure rage to work through this. And I think that sustainability might be enough to kind of help this lineup. Now, biggest part of this is Aslan has to farm up. She's got to get this Claude online fast as possible because of the timings from Smart Omega Empress for this game.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Impure Rage, Concussive Blast as well from Angelus to help kind of stack up some damage from the whole team. It just shows that Dreammax girls want to be aggressive here. Aslan as well, going to be a fast girl moving along this field. But Shanoa seems to always be kind of getting the better, at least in the laning phase, really showing up in terms of just the 1v1. Aslan seems to be doing a little better in terms of the team fights once they're able to group up. But now, first turtle already going over to Smart Omega Empress. It's very similar to last game, just kind of controlling the map in this laning phase.
Oh, that's tough. Aslan, okay. She's going to be all right. She gets out. She pops the Purify. Just forced out of the lane, too. Flicker from Carrier. Penalties on two to catch Amore. They might be able to get the kill here. She goes out, but she can't get away. Hybridy will get the first blood. Good response there from Dreammax girls to not let Smart Omega Empress push this lane any further.
All right, so Dreammax girls make a nice play into the boss side. Push back onto Shanoa here. Still a lot lost. I think a whole wave loss there for Aslan. Gonna give Shanoa a little bit of a lead here. The kill does go over to Hybridy, which is going to be huge. Hybridy rotated all the way from the top side for that. I just noticed, I'm like, wait,
taking a journey.
The EXP laner came all the way to top side. Gonna need to play catch up a little bit with not Ayanami. So back in the boss side, Omega Empress still looking for ganks.
Oh, here on the bottom side, Murray primed and ready. They're gonna go in with I'm Offended, and the clash down, Carrier taken out. Aslan's still going to be alive. She gets out with her life, but Smart Omega Empress going to be happy with the one kill pickup there.
Aslan's good at surviving, man. No matter what Smart Omega Empress brings down to that gold lane, Aslan has been able to slip through the cracks, and as long as Aslan is able to continue doing that, it may be okay. Yes, they're losing a lot of gold, but we've seen that Dreammax girls is okay with bringing it to the late game. But I want to think that, wait a second, a little bit of action on the boss side. Kira gets taken out off camera. Now, Smart Omega Empress, I thought about it before this game started. I think the big goal is we're not going to let this get to the end game. We're going to get this early game lead and capitalize. And look at the big play onto Hybridy. Last Insanity almost takes her out.
Okay, they don't pick anything up there, but still, what's happening here, Trex, is they're putting pressure everywhere on the map. I'm Offended going to be used too. Eternal Guard going to be dropped down, but now in the battle for the mid lane, Aslan goes in with the Blazing Duet. We'll push them back a little bit further. They might still go up and follow up through with this. Multiple members low here from Smart Omega Empress. Turtle's still going to be ignored for now. They're going to go back to base, heal back up, and get ready for that objective. But it looks like, you know, Aslan, this is what I was wondering is, how will she play this Claude? How will she go ahead, scale this up? Because it's a little different. I mean, when you have the Moskov, you can always rely on the fact that, hey, you know what, if you guys are fighting it out, there's a good chance I can join the fight. You know, so part of that is how is she going to rotate and push this tempo on the Claude pick?
I mean, it's definitely not as good, but there's still decent rotations from a Claude. As long as you can keep that passive going, you're going to move faster, you're going to shoot faster, you're going to be able to use the BMI to get around, but a little bit of an engage around the turtle pit.
Okay. Again, good usage. This is the strength also of having a hard guard, especially on a tanky hero like Angelus. They know that ultimate's down now, though, so I'm not sure if Dreammax girls actually want to go ahead and take the objective. They're just going to focus on these resources for now, get the buffs. They might still be ready, but Smart Empress, like I'm saying, they built this gold lead on a lot of the macro decisions they've made so far. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and start with the turtle too, and they possibly just take it as they do. Angelus too late. And this is what we're talking about with timings. You know, the timings of the ultimates, the timings, especially when the heart guard is down. You know you have that information for Smart Omega Empress.
Yeah, and Empress are so good at getting maximum value out of everything they do. Even there, they split up. They send 2 members to the mid tower. No, they don't take the mid tower, but they get about 50% damage onto it. Plus sending up Keshi to go take the turtle. So they get a lot out of that little play there, and they're always min-maxing.
Now they're gonna go for this once again, min-maxing. The damage goes through, and Carrier in trouble too, as it's a double for Shinoa. Hard guard not going to be enough to keep them from going down in the exchange. They get the turret as well. And so this is already the snowball effect that happens here for Smart Omega Empress, now getting themselves a 4,000 gold ahead. They're going to get this mid turret as well. Moving around the map as they please. That's the strength they have.
Oh yeah, patience is out the window for Smart Omega Empress. Shinoa 4-0-0. Aslan can't even farm her own waves right now. She's going to have to go all the way to the bot lane just to get a little bit of gold into her pocket, and that means they got to sacrifice this tier 2 on the top side, and they're not going to stop. They're going to maybe even try to push in onto that inhibitor. Dreammax girls got to send someone up.
This is 7 minutes. Shield's already going to pop on the base turret. You know, what do you do here if you're Dreammax girls? I feel like they woke the beast with what happened in the previous game, because Smart Omega Empress comes down in this game just full on force. I'm offended. Ooh. Okay. I think they're going to disengage, but again, this is a very dominant early portion of the game.
You know, I think right now the record for the 3rd item in on a marksman is about 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes. Shinoa's about to get it in at 7:30 maybe. If we see that 3rd item, I think this time Shinoa's not going for the magic sword or whatever, the first half of Rose Gold Meteor.
Rose Gold, yeah.
Just going straight into DHS, and I saw most of it already built, so I'm waiting for that item to pop up any second now.
All right. I'm not sure if they get this. Oh, they do. They get that shield as well. So Dreammax girls hold on to the 1 turret there with the shield. Bottom side, 3rd turtle of the game is up. Smart Omega Empress complete control so far of anything they want across the map. That Lord is going to spawn now, though. And, you know, given that whole situation, you know, you're talking about 6,000 gold ahead. You already talked about the item lead that Shinoa has, and I mean, you can't do anything if you're Dreammax girls at this point except to get ready for the defense. And now when you're looking at it, how do you defend against this? Aslan, like you said, she has not been able to farm up on this Claude much at all, and it's going to be difficult. You almost have to use your Blazing Duet for the defense to clear the waves and hope that you hold on to what you can for the base. Once that Lord starts coming down, taking a look at the items, I mean, just got a corrosive scythe. That's it.
3,000 gold lead, 3.3 thousand gold lead, 3 level lead at that. Shinoa is just doing everything, and hold on, Keshi's just like, listen, this is min-maxing, man. This is min-maxing. We don't build full items. We take the pieces, get a whole lot of damage.
We just go Holy Crystal.
Holy Crystal.
Usually the timing on that, by the way, yeah, it's holy moly time, because 11 minutes is usually that timing on that Holy Crystal. Right now, looking to this base, I'm offended, not going to land on Hybridy, but they're going to watch the turret get whittled down here. Still, Lord hasn't made it even to the base just yet, so they'll go ahead. Turret still stands for a little bit longer, but Smart Omega Empress, they've done this time and time again. They'll wait for the Lord. They'll wait even possibly to start a fight here. Divine Glaive picked up by La La Land. Is that enough damage? Is that enough penetration to deal with this lineup from Smart Omega Empress? There's the pull in through. Last Insanity going to be used, but already Hybridy going to be taken down. Heart Guard goes on top. Aslan there, but what can she do? She doesn't have enough items. Lord still has to be worked on. Turret's already going to be down. Smart Omega Empress might just push it in. They make their way to the bottom turret. Still, Angelus holding down the front side, and La La Land will fire back. That might be all they get for now, unless the next waves, they make their move. Murray has the I'm Offended available. If they can get one pick off here, they might end the game before the 11-minute mark. The charge in goes, but they can't find the connection with the I'm Offended, and that might be a defense for Dreammax girls.
That's going to be huge. A good opportunity, but if we take anything from last series, having an open base is a problem. What makes it even more of a problem this time, Naisu, Smart Omega Empress haven't lost a single tower.
Yeah.
Haven't lost anything. They've only taken one death at this point, and they've taken all of this material away from Dreammax girls, only getting 5 kills. I mean, just the macro game, the stepping on the gas here, knowing this is how we got to do this, and they are comfortable with it. They're completely shown. Let's look at the damage dealt. Vexana right now, 22,000. Xborg and Carry falling right behind. Shanoa, we give another couple minutes. Shanoa's going to be sitting on top of that board, very likely.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even for not Ayanami, the fact that she's second on the damage department, she's able to just kind of pop the last Insanity, get that damage off, the true damage there, and it's such a threat because, you know, typically Dreammax girls with the lineup that they have, they want to kind of bunch up, you know, play around even the penalty zone. We saw it in that base defense. Penalty zone was used, but then, you know, you follow up, and what happens? You pretty much get obliterated. So it looks like DMX is going to go in and try to fight this one out, and look at that, Hybridy! She's gone!
She's gone. No more. Au revoir, as the French would say.
Yes.
Now, Dreammax girls, I don't know if that was the play. I was thinking maybe they go for the cheeky Lord steal here just because you're in a really bad position and you might not be able to survive this Lord. But Hybridy isn't the one with the retribution. Angelus is, and I don't know if that was the right approach. It's 8 seconds on the board. Hybridy will be able to get back up just in time, but Smart Omega Empress might not even wait for the Lord.
Couple defensive items picked up here for Smart Omega Empress. They want to go ahead and end the game even without the Lord if they can. They punch it into the base. They're going to go in another penalty zone, but they grab him, grab her, and now Heart Guard already going to be used too, but Hybridy will fall. Penalty zone from Omore to follow up. Minions still need to be cleared though. Lord is not there. That might be all that Smart Omega Empress gets once again. They wait up. They got the buffs as well from Dreammax girls. They got 18 seconds for Hybridy to be up. Will she make it in time? A couple low health bars here for Smart Omega Empress, but Conceal going to be used. They push back Carria. Lord gets pulled down to the bottom side. They try to keep it there at bay, but Angelus will go down, and Last Insanity once again finds the mark, and Smart Omega Empress will take the game.
Smart Omega Empress showing that they are not a team to be tampered with, not a team to be looked down on. DMX with a valiant effort in game.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. That really was awesome. That was cool. I vibe with that.
It's not Linkin Park. That was Fort Minor. That was Mike Shinoda's side project.
Maybe she was being like ironic.
No, but she was right. That was Mike Shinoda, yes.
Okay.
The only remaining member, vocalist of Linkin Park. Long live Chester. But yeah, back to the matchup.
The matchup.
Yeah, don't take this away from me, all right? Smart Omega Empress clapped back in the most epic way possible. Nay,
I agree.
Legendary, nay, mythic immortal way. Highest rank. I remember, I listened yesterday. This is, folks, if you guys are watching this for the first time and you just recently became a fan of MLBB and you're not used to such a low kill count, this is prime Filipino macro. This is the way, as the Mandalorians say. I wouldn't have been surprised if this game ended at 1-3. Like, that's just how comfortable Filipinos are in